Hey guys, so I am back with Tuff today. Remember, Tuff is my 9-year-old Carolina Marsh Tacky gelding. He came to me with some issues with dumping people, having a lot of anxiety about being ridden, some back problems. We've been addressing that with a lot of chiropractic work, massage, some art to ride on the ground, walking, things of that nature. Today I have my personal saddle that I ride in, and most of this video is sped up, so remember this is a lot faster than what is happening in real time. There we're just doing some warm-up laps. I take things really slow with him, try to keep him very calm and relaxed. Try not to let his anxiety kind of get high, anything like that. I just asked him to back up and was swinging the stick and string over him. Realized I was out of camera range, so I brought him back in and just do some flips. You know, when I first started with him with this, I'll have to find the old video and do a mashup together. I mean, he would just take off and bolt, wide-eyed, running, just completely crazy over that stick and string. Like, he just thought when you brought that out, that meant to haul ass, and that is exactly what he did. And that is not how I want him to be. We've been doing a lot of work with just keeping him just as calm and as neutral as possible. So he did really well there. So then we flexed some. Try to work a lot on his flexing and moving around with the saddle under and make sure nothing is pinching, there's no ribs out, nothing is tight. He's had a session with an animal communicator, and he was very vocal on that. At any point, if anything is uncomfortable on him, he is going to let it be known violently. I mean, that's just the way it was going to be, so I'll take that seriously. So just a lot of checks, making sure everything was good, comfortable, a lot of love, praise. It's been about 9 months of working with him now. So there I have the weighted bags. It's an old pair of jeans. I filled up with sand, and it poured down rain yesterday, so they are extremely heavy today. It's kind of a good thing. I wanted to see how he'd act. Again, this video is sped up. He's moving out a lot to better than he had been. His hips, you can still see the misalignment in them. Again, with this sped up video, it's hard to see. I'll have to share another one with it in real time. His right hip, that femur lays a little bit differently than his left one. Later on in this video, I think you can kind of see he takes like a misstep with it. So we're going to continue on the ground a lot with trying to strengthen up his hips. I think that's going to be the key. That one with that white foot is the one that kind of steps and lands a little awkwardly, and he is treated, for that with massage and chiropractic work, and it's doing a lot better. But I think that's just something that's just how it is. But any type of injury or misalignment that you have, I mean, the best thing that you can do for it is to exercise it. So that's just where we're gonna be with that. I really am happy with him carrying those weighted bags, because at no point did he get upset or nervous with them today. He didn't try to scoot or rear or buck, anything like that. He was very, very calm, transitioned nicely through the gates, walked right and canter without any problems with the weighted legs on there. So I was quite happy with that. So then I just started getting him ready to be mounted. At this point, I have not been on him with this saddle. He blew out really good. Did a lot of licking and chewing. I took the weight off. And we sat down and we just kind of rested for a little bit. Just shared some space. Now here, in this part, once I got him up to the chair, and anytime I would pick my foot up and put weight in the saddle, he would back up or try to move away. Now, I do not mount at any time on a horse that is not standing still and is pretty relaxed. I am not jumping on a horse that is in motion. I am not getting on a horse that is not ready and who has not said yes. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. I do what I want to do. Mounting a horse that says no is not for me. So at that particular moment, he had stood still while I put weight in the stirrup. That's why I got off, walked away. Again, this video sped up. Of course, I have to take a picture of him, a couple of selfies. That's a requirement of any training session, in case y'all did not know that. Then we went back to practicing. At this point, all I'm doing is putting weight in the stirrup on him. He stood still while I put weight in that stirrup. That's why I got back off. Went back, scratched him, stepped away, and let him think on that, let him know that that was the right answer. So earlier he had been pretty antsy about not standing still, and that is just something that I am not getting on if he is like that. So there he goes and backs away again. He is still not ready. So we work on that. Then I like for him to be stepping and straight up, squared onto the chair, so that all I have to do is step right up on top of it. I like for them to be still, and I like for his head to be slightly turned towards me, not looking away. There, rewarded him because he relaxed his head, he turned and gave me an eye, and I was able to put pressure. There, I tried it again, he backed away. So we go through this a couple of times. I think I dropped my phone. All I'm doing is putting pressure in the stirrup and bouncing. As you see, he is not ready to mount. I am not getting up there like that. he did really well there. And so I got off. Okay, then I'm going to back him up, and then I'm going to turn him. We're going to practice it the other way. I do not want him to think that it's just a one-sided thing, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put pressure in there, and I'm going to bounce. He does not like that. He's high-headed. He turns his head away. There, he drops it a little and relaxes. Okay, so we do this quite a few times. I don't have the whole video. This is a 20-minute video that I have cut and recorded down from about an hour and a half. So a lot of this is very repetitive stuff that I just cut out because it all looks the same. So there's quite a lot of this back and forth, and around that I just cut out. I'm also not, if he's going to try to walk off or walk away while I'm mounting, I'm also not going to do that either. I want him to stand there, be calm and cool about it, be prepared for me to mount up. Okay, now just let him just chill there for a minute. He just needs a few minutes, and that's fine. There, he goes back away again. And this video is sped up, so it looks like it is a lot faster than what's actually happening. And at some point, it gets to where they're kind of doing this to just kind of see how long you're going to do this. And when they get very, very repetitive, sometimes I'll just get down and do some other things. And so, in just a moment, that's what I do. And I don't think I caught it on camera. I think I had to charge my phone, but I had to get down because he just kept doing that over and over. So we went and did a couple other things. I walked him around, we did some circles, did some figure eights, we did some backing, and then we come back and we get ready to try to mount again, because I'm only going to do this for so long, till we get a right answer. Here we are a little while later. Some time has passed. We had done some other things. Coming back, we are getting ready to try the mounting again. See, his head's a lot lower. He's a little bit more relaxed, not quite so tense about it. Probably been working at this for about an hour now, doing other things in there. He did really well. I like the way he looked. And then I got on. This is the first time that I have been on him with this saddle. We stand there for a little while. Like I said, we do not immediately walk off. That is a big no-no. You like to stand there and relax for a little bit, and when you think you've stood there long enough, then you wait a few minutes more. Then we flex the head from side to side. happy with the way he looks. He feels really nice. He doesn't feel tense. His body's not super tight like it has been in the past when I've gotten up there. Felt good about it. Again, we just stand here for a while. And he even self-flexed a couple of times, which is fine. Do that. And then I start gathering up my reins. You can kind of see here how he is still tight on the right. So we're going to continue to work on this on the ground. See, he didn't really want to turn that way very well. That is his bad side. It is that right hip and wither area that causes him some issues. So I just let him do to the left, which was fine. We'll continue while we work on the ground to do the right side a little bit better. Okay, just gonna walk forward. And he likes to kind of pull his head down, like not really trying to reach for the grass because he had already smelled at that grass earlier. I do notice that when there is weight on top of him, he stretches his neck down and he kind of pushes in and up into the wither area. And we know he's got some issues there with some tightness that the chiropractor works on, and we do some massage to help relieve some of that area. So that is just kind of a thing he does. And he keeps trying to take me back to the mounting block because the first numerous times of mounting him bareback, I would never really ask him to really go away. It was just like very kind of like tight circle around where I mounted up at. And so he kind of knows that that's like the safe spot. Like if he gets nervous, he just comes back to that spot. We had made, at this point, we had gone a couple of circles around, getting bigger and bigger, farther away from the chair. It kind of took some time to do. Nothing dramatic happened in that, so I just blocked that out. Walking pretty nicely, a little slow, but it's all right. Here I'm asking him to walk over some logs and he tried to kind of veer inward around them. I wish I had gotten it on camera, but this is what we're doing. So I'm trying to get him to go up and over these logs. They help a lot with him stretching his back. And so we're going to work on that some more. And that was just pretty much it. I laid back down across him to get off, and he did really well, and that was it for today. Very undramatic, very relaxed. He started licking and chewing some more. I ended up sitting down in the chair and he yawned, and so we called it a day. He did really well, so I'm happy with that.